Good morning. Now we will start with chapter 4, simple equations. First we will see what is a definition for equation. An equation is a condition on a variable. So this is a definition for equation. Here there is something called as variable. So what is a variable? The word variable means something that can vary. It can take different numeric values. So for example, let me say some Anu has x apples. Okay, this is an example. If I say Anu has x apples, which means this x is a variable. Okay. X can be any number. Suppose 1, 2, 5, any number. Anu has 5 apples, Anu has 10 apples. So this x can take any numbers. So this here x is a variable. So the age of Shyam is y years. This is another example. Here I am saying the age of Shyam is y years. Here y is a variable. Okay, so it can have any numbers. It denotes the age of the Shyam. So this variable means something that can vary. So this number can vary. It can have any different numeric values. It is represented using alphabets. Let it be x, y, a, b, c, d, any alphabets you can use. So then what does an equation mean? An equation is a condition on a variable. Suppose I said Anu has x apples, and I am saying here Shyam has y apples. Okay, so here Anu has x apples, Shyam has y apples. The total number of apples is z. Okay, now I am imposing a condition on these variables. What is the condition? Anu has x apples, Shyam has y apples. So the total number of apple is z. So the equation becomes, if you add this and this, x plus y, that should be equal to z. Now this is called a equation. Okay, x plus y equal to z. So x is a variable, y is a variable, z is again a variable. If you impose a condition on the variable, then that leads to an equation. Okay, now you see the equation is always have equality sign. Always have this equality sign is very important in an equation. If this equality sign is not there, then it is not an equation. Suppose I am saying I am having an equation like this: 5x plus 3 is greater than 5. This is not an equation because equality sign is not there. Only if there is a equality sign, then it is called an equation. So another one property here is, in an equation, if I say x plus y equal to z, this side is called left hand side. In short, LHS. This side is called right hand side. In short, RHS. If you interchange the left hand side and right hand side, which means whatever I am having on the right hand side, bring it to the left hand side. Whatever it is there in the left hand side, take it to the right hand side. So how it will look? Z equal to x plus y. Okay, this both are same. This thing will not appear for an expression like this. This may called as an expression. Here you see 5x plus 3 is 5. 5x plus 3 greater than 5. This is the left hand side. This is the right hand side. Now if we interchange 5x plus 3, the meaning is not same. For example, if you see a simple example like, if I say 5 is greater than 3, if I interchange 3 and 5 and I put the same symbol, this is not valid. Okay, so this is not an equation. Only if there is a equality sign here, equal to sign here, then it is called a equation. And the next point is, if you interchange the left hand side and right hand side, which means as a whole you have to interchange. For example, if I am having an equation 4x plus 5 equal to 3y plus 7. This is the equation. Okay, for any reasons it's look like that. Suppose you take it like that. Now I am going to interchange as a whole. 3y plus 7 equal to 4x plus 5. Okay, as a whole I am taking moving on both sides, to left hand side to right hand side to left hand side. Then this both are same. They both are equal. Okay, this is called equation. Write the following statements in the form of equations. The sum of 3 times x and 11 is 32. This is a statement form. Now we have to write it in the form of an equation. So if you see here, the sum means it's addition. The sum of 3 times x. First we have to look into this 3 times x. Okay, what is this 3 times x? 3 times x, whenever there is a times, it means a multiplication. Okay, so 3 multiplied by x. This is called 3 times x. So 3 multiplied by x is 3x. Okay, so now the sum of, instead of this 3 times x, I can think it of as 3x. Now the question becomes the sum of 3x and 11. What is the sum? Is addition. So the sum of, you are going to add two things. One is 3x, another one is 11. If you add this, it gives 32. So this is the equation. The sum of 3x, which is 3 times x and 11. If you add these two, you will get 32. This is the statement given here. Okay. The next, if you subtract 5 from 6 times a number, you get 7. So if you subtract 5 from 6 times a number, so first you have to find what is this 6 times a number. The number is not given here, so let the number be a. You can take any variable. Here I have taken as a. What is 6 times a number? 6 times that number. Now the number is a. Already told what is times means you have to multiply. 6 times a. 6 multiplied by a is 6a. Okay, now the question is, if you subtract 5 from, instead of 6 times a number, I am going to replace as 6a. Okay, now we are going to subtract this. Always remember, while doing subtraction, whatever comes after from should come in the beginning. Now you will, what I mean is, now you will get a doubt whether to put 6a minus 5 or 5 minus 6a, which is correct. So the number, if you subtract 5 from 6a, so whatever is coming after from, here 6a, so 6a should come first. 6a minus 5, this is subtract 5 from 6a. So whichever is coming after from should be the first number. So answer you will get is 7. So 6a minus 5 is correct, 5 minus 6a is wrong. Okay, this problem will not arise if you sum. Either you sum it in x plus y or y plus x, they are same. But you have to, in subtraction, always remember that number coming after from should be the first number. So this is, if you subtract 5 from 6 times a number, you will get 7. Okay. The next problem is 1/4 of m is 3 more than 7. 1/4 of m. What is 1/4 of m? So 1/4 of m. 1/4 is 1/4. Okay, this is from fractions, you know that 1/4 of m is, you can write as 1/4m, or 1 multiplied by m is m divided by 4. This is called 1/4 of m, which is, instead of this 1/4, I have to write 1 divided by 4. Of means multiply, multiplied by m. So m multiplied by 1 is m divided by 4. So here given is this is 1/4 of m. 1/4 of m is 3 more than 7. What is 3 more than 7? Whenever you have a more, remember that you have to add. So m by 4 is 3 more than 7, which is m by 4 is 3 plus 7. Okay, you can tell either m by 4 is 7 more than 3 or m by 4 is 3 more than 7. In both ways you can write this equation. This is simple to write. First is 1/3 of a number. So I have to write what is that 1/3 of a number. First I will write, let the number be x. So what is that? 1/3 of x, which is 1/3 is written as 1 by 3 multiplied by x, which is x by 3. Now the 1/3 of the number is x by 3. Okay, so x by 3 plus 5, which is simple. X by 3 plus 5 is 8. This is the equation. Now we will go to the second example. Convert the following equations in statement form. Whatever we did it from statement to equation, now we are going to change from equation to statement. First is x minus 5 is 9. So how we can write? Take away 5 from x, you will get 9. That is one way of writing. Other way is subtract 5 from x, you will get 9. This is one way of writing. What is that? Subtract 5 from x. As I told you, whatever is coming after from should come in the beginning. So this is x minus 5. Then another way is take away 5 from x gives 9. There is two way of writing this. The second is 5p equal to 20, which is 5 multiplied by p is 20. So 5 times p is 20. Whenever there is a multiplication, you have to give times. The next is 3n plus 7 is 1. So I can write, if you add 7 to the 3 times n, you will get 1. Add 7 to 3 times n gives 1. So you are adding 7 to 3 times n, which gives 1. In the same way you can write add 3 times n to 7. In both the ways you can write gives 1. Now you see here is m by 5 is there. Okay, how you represent m by 5 first? M by 5 is 1 by 5 multiplied by 5. That is m by 5, which is 1/5 of m. Okay, the 1/5 of m is 1 by 5 multiplied by m, which gives m by 5. Now instead of this m by 5, we have to write 1/5 of m. So what we can write? Take away 2 from 1/5 of m gives 6. That is one way of writing. Otherwise, subtract 2 from 1/5 of m gives 6. That is another way of writing. Okay. Now we will go to the next problem. Raju's father age is 5 years more than 3 times Raju's age. Raju's father is 44 years old. Set up an equation to find Raju's age. Now first here, Raju's father age is 5 years more than the 3 times Raju's age. Raju's father is 44 years old. First let me write, let the Raju's age be X. Okay, X years. I have taken Raju's age as X years. So what is Raju's father age is? They have here Raju's father is 44 years old. So Raju's father age, which is 44 years. So now what is the equation? Equation is here. Raju's father age is 44. So 44 is equal to 5 years more than 3 times Raju's age. First you have to see what is this 3 times Raju's age. If Raju's age is X, what is 3 times X? So 3 times X is 3X. 3X. So instead of this 3 times Raju's age, you can write 3X. 5 years more than 3X. So what is more represent? Yeah, addition. 5 years more than 3X. So this is 3X plus 5. Either you can write 5 plus 3X. 5 plus 3X equal to 44. Both are same. So now we can see the Raju's father age. The Raju's father age is 44. Okay, which is 5 more than. So 5 plus 3 times Raju's age. So 3 times X. X is Raju's age. This is the equation. Next question is, a shopkeeper sells mangoes in 2 types of boxes, one small and one large. A large box contains as many as 8 small boxes plus 4 loose mangoes. Set up an equation which gives the number of mangoes in each small box. The number of mangoes in a large box is given to be 100. Now they have asked to give the equation for, set up an equation which gives the number of mangoes in each small box. So let the number of mangoes in each means I will write one small box. Okay, in one small box we have to write how many mangoes are there. Let me write, it will be m mangoes. That is in one small box. Okay, so here a large box contains as many as 8 small boxes. What is that 8 small boxes? So the number of mangoes in 8 small box. So if one small box has m mangoes, okay, this small box has m mangoes. So how many? If you go on count 1 to 8, m, totally there will be how many mangoes, which is 8m mangoes. Okay, one box has m mangoes, 8 box has 8m mangoes. Now they have asked a large box contains. So how many mangoes a large box has? Number of mangoes in a large box is 100. So number of mangoes in large box is 100. Okay, contains as many as 8 small boxes. How many has 8 small boxes has 8m mangoes. So 8m plus 4 loose mangoes. So here I am repeating, the number of mangoes in a large box, here this is the number of mangoes in large box is 100. The equation is, a large box contains as many as 8 small boxes. So a large box which is 100, that should be equal to 8 small boxes plus 4 loose mangoes. This plus 4 loose mangoes I have written as plus 4, and what is for 8 small boxes? We have to write how many mangoes will be there in 8 small boxes. So one box has m mangoes, so 8 small boxes will have 8m mangoes. So 100 is equal to 8m plus 4. This is the equation. You have to say whether this equation is satisfied or not. What is the first equation is x plus 3 equal to 0, and they have given value as x equal to 3. Just what you should do is, you have to substitute whatever the value given in this equation. What I mean is, x plus 3 is 0. This is the equation. And what is x given? X is 3. So instead of this x, you write 3 plus 3. That is as it is you have to write. Okay, instead of this x, write 3. So what is 3 plus 3 is 6. But here they have given x plus 3 is 0 on the right hand side. So this equation is not satisfied. Write no. Okay, the next is what is given? X plus 3 is 0. Now we have to check that. Okay, so instead of this x, you have to substitute 0. What is 0 plus 3? Is 3. But they have given us 0. But this equation is not satisfied. The next is x plus 3. Okay, you have to find what is x. They have given us x plus 3 as 0. Now we will check that. What is x is minus 3. Minus 3 plus 3 is 0. So which is correct. So I have to, this equation is satisfied. The next is x minus 7 equal to 1. This is the given. You can write this is the given equation. So instead of this x, you are going to substitute 7. What is 7 minus 1 is 0. But they have given x minus 1 as 1. So this equation is not satisfied. The next is x minus 7 as 1. X you have to substitute 8. What is 8 minus 7 is 1. So which is correct. So this equation is satisfied. The next equation is 5x equal to 25. X is 0. So 5 multiplied by 0 will be 0. But they have given us 25. So this is not satisfied. The next is 5x equal to 25 and x equal to 5. So 5x equal to 25. So 5 multiplied by x. What is x here is 5. So 5 multiplied by 5 is 25, which is correct. So you have to write yes, equation is satisfied. So now here 5x equal to 25 and x is minus 5. So the answer will be minus 25, but they have given us plus 25. So no, equation is not satisfied. And the next is, here you can see m by 3 equal to 2. M divided by 3, that is equal to 2. So now instead of this m, you have to substitute minus 6. What is minus 6 divided by 3? That is minus 2. Okay, but they have given it as 2. So this equation is not satisfied. The next is m divided by 3 is 2. They have given m as 0. 0 by 3 is 0. So this equation is also not satisfied. The last is m divided by 3 is 2. M divided by 3 is 2. For m substitute 6 by 3, which is 2. So this equation is satisfied. The next problem is check whether the value given in the brackets is a solution to the given equation or not. So what is that? N plus 5 is 19. Okay, here you have to find n plus 5 equal to, instead of this n, you have to write what is given in the bracket. N is 1 plus 5. 1 plus 5 is 6, which is not equal to 19. Okay, so n equal to 1 is not a solution. Is not a solution. Okay, so if it is a solution, it should give the correct answer on the right hand side what they have given. Now second is 7n plus 5. Okay, so instead of, this is 7 multiplied by n. This is means 7 multiplied by n plus 5. Okay, what is this 7 multiplied by? Instead of this n, you have to write minus 2 plus 5, which is minus 14 plus 5. Minus 14 plus 5 minus 9, which is not equal to 19. Okay, so n equal to minus 2 is not a solution. Next is 7n plus 5. For n, now we have to substitute 2. So 7 multiplied by 2 plus 5, which is 14 plus 5. 7 2s are 14 plus 5 is 19. So this is correct. that is equal to right hand side whatever they have given. So n equal to is a solution to the given equation. Okay. Now 4p minus 3 is 13. 4p minus 3. So 4 multiplied by p minus 3. What is 4 multiplied by 1 minus 3? Which is 4 minus 3, that is equal to 1. 4 ones are 4, minus 3, 4 minus 3, 1. But here the answer given is 13. Therefore, you have to write p equal to 1 is not a solution. The next is 4p minus 3 is 13. So 4p minus 3 is 4 multiplied by p. What is p is? Minus 4. This is 4p, 4 multiplied by 3, 4 multiplied by minus 4 minus 3. That is 4 multiplied by minus 4 is minus 16 minus 3. That is minus 19. But they have given us 13. So this is not equal to 13. So we can write p equal to minus 4 is not a solution. 4p minus 3 equal to 13. 4p minus 3, which is 4 multiplied by p is 0 minus 3. This is 0 minus 3, this is minus 3. But they have given us 13, this is not equal to 13. So we can write p equal to 0 is not a solution. Next problem is solve the following equation with trial and error method. So what is mean by that? Last problem they have given what to substitute in place of p. Now they have asked you to select some random numbers. Any numbers you can select. For example, let I am taking some p equal to 2. Okay, I am substituting 5p plus 2. Instead of this p, I am going to substitute 2. So 5 multiplied by 2 plus 2, which is 10 plus 2, that is 12. This 12 is not equal to 17. Okay, now I can say 2 is not a solution to this equation. Now I am going to take some other number 3. What is 5p plus 2? 5 multiplied by p, which is 3 plus 2. 15 plus 2. Now we got 17. Now I can say p equal to 3 is the solution. By finding trial and method, it will take long time. Later we will understand how to do without trial and method directly. Now the next problem is 3m minus 14 equal to 4. So let me take some random value like m equal to 3. Okay. So 3 multiplied by, which is 3m minus 14 equal to 3 multiplied by 3 minus 14. Okay. 9 minus 14, that is equal to minus 5. So minus 5 is not equal to this 4. So m equal to 3 is not a solution. So let me take some m equal to 5. So 3m minus 14, 3 multiplied by 5 minus 14, which is 15 minus 14 equal to 1. Again this is not a m equal to 5, 5 is not a solution. Let me take m equal to 6. 3m minus 14. So 3 multiplied by 6 minus 14, which is 18 minus 14. The answer is 4. That what given, 3m minus 14 is 4. Therefore you can write m equal to 6 is the solution to this equation. Next problem is write equations for the following statements. The sum of numbers x and 4 is 9, which is simple. This is x plus 4 is 9. So 2 subtracted from y is 8. So this is a subtraction. Whatever is coming after from should come to the beginning. So y minus 2 is 8. Next is 10 times a, which is a multiplication. So 10 multiplied by a is 70, which is 10a equal to 70. The number b divided by 5 gives 6. So there is a number b. Okay, when you divide by 5, that will give 6. 3/4, next is 3/4 of t is 15. 3/4 of t means 3 by 4 of we can multiply 3 by 4 of t is 15. So you can write 3t by 4 equal to 15. Okay. The next is 7 times m plus 7 gets you 77. What is 7 times m? When you have times, it means multiplication. So this is 7 times m plus 7 gives 77. Next is 1/4 of a number x. So 1/4 of a number x, that is 1 by 4 of x. This is 1/4 of x, which is x by 4. Okay, x by 4 minus 4. So this is 1/4 of a number x, this is x by 4 minus 4 gives 4. Okay, so 1/4 of a number is a number x. 1/4 of a number is 1 by 4 multiplied by x, which is x by 4. Minus 4 gives 4. If you take away 6, which means a subtraction, if you take away 6 from 6 times y, so what is this 6 times y? 6 times y is 6y. Now what are you doing? Take away 6 from 6y. So from 6y you are taking, subtracting 6, you will get 60. Next, if you add 3 to 1/3 of z, what is 1/3 of z? 1/3 of z is 1 by 3 of z, which is z by 3. Okay, if you add 3, adding 3 to 1/3 of z, z by 3, you get 30. This is the equation. Now what you are going to do, they have given equations, now we are going to write the statement for that. Here you can write add p to 4 gives 15, or the sum of p and 4 equals 15. Okay, so here m minus 7 gives 3. So subtract 7 from m gives 3. The next is, this is 2 times m. 2 times m gives 7. So you are dividing m by 5. Divide a number, what is that number? M by 5 gives 3. And next is 3m by 5 gives 6. First you have to write what is this 3m. 3m means 3 times m divided by, so you are dividing 3 times m divided by 5 gives 6. Now we can write this 3p is 3 times p. Add 3 times p to 4 gives 25. Okay, so what does it? Add 3 times p, which is 3p, to 4 gives 25. Now we are going to subtract. So subtract 2 from 4p. What is 4p is? 4 times p gives 18. The next is, which is here it is p by 2 plus 2 equal to 8. P by 2 can be written as, either you can write 1/2 of p. So half means 1 by 2 of p. Okay, so I can write 1/2 of p. So I can write add 1/2 of p to 2 gives 8. Okay, otherwise you can write divide a number p by, you are going to divide p by 2 and add the result to 2 gives 8. In both ways you can write. First thing is add 1/2 of p is p by 2. Okay, so 1 by 2 of p you have to add with 2 gives 8. That is one way of writing. If you feel this is difficult, next is divide a number which is p. You have to divide by 2. Okay, and add the result, whatever is coming that you have to add to 2 gives 8. Next problem is you have to set up an equation for these statements. Irfan says that he has 7 marbles more than 5 times the marble Parmit has. So Irfan says he has 7 marbles more than 5 times. The 5 times the marble Parmit has. Irfan has 37 marbles. Let m to be the number of marble Parmit has. So Parmit, the number of marble Parmit has is, what is that, which is m. Okay, so 5 times the marble Parmit has. How can write 5 times the marbles Parmit has. So how much is that? Is 5 multiplied by Parmit has m marbles, so it is 5 times. Okay, so number of marbles Irfan has is 37. So this 37, Irfan says that he has 7 marbles more. More is plus. So this is 7 plus more than 5 times the marble Parmit has, which is 5m. This is the equation. So this side is the number of marbles, here 37 is the number of marbles Irfan has. So number of marble Irfan has is 37 and Irfan says that he has 7 marbles more. So it is 7 plus, which is 5 times the marble Parmit has. Parmit has m marbles. So it is 5m. So 37 equal to 7 plus 5m. So here Lakshmi's father is 49 years old. Lakshmi's father 49 years. Okay. He is 4 years older than 3 times Lakshmi's age. Take Lakshmi's age be 6 years. So I will write Lakshmi father age. What is Lakshmi father age is, they have given us 4 years, he is 4 years older. Older means you can add. Younger means you can subtract, for older you can add. Older than 3 times Lakshmi's age. This is the equation you have to get. Lakshmi's father age is 4 times older than 3 times Lakshmi's age. So what is Lakshmi father age is 49. That is equal to 4 plus, what is 3 times Lakshmi's age? Lakshmi's age is y. What is 3 times y is 3y. So 4 plus 3y equal to 49. This is the equation. Okay. The next is, the teacher tells the class that the highest mark obtained by the student in her class is twice the lowest mark plus 7. The highest score is 87. Take the lowest score to be L. First let me write it in statement form. The highest mark. So the highest mark obtained by a student in a class is twice the lowest mark. Okay, twice the lowest mark plus 7. Now just you are going to substitute for this highest mark and lowest mark. What is the highest score is 87. So this, instead of this highest mark, I will write 87. That is equal to, what is the lowest mark is, take the lowest score to be L. So instead of this lowest score, I can 2 multiplied by L plus 7. So 87 equal to 2L plus 7. This is the equation. Okay. The next problem is, in an isosceles triangle, the vertex angle is twice either base angle. So let the base angle be B in degrees. So what they have, first we will draw an isosceles triangle. So in an isosceles triangle, if this is the base, this both angles are equal. These are called the base angles, and this is the vertex angle, and this side are equal. So here what I am saying is, this angle, let it be here B and here B, okay, and this is the vertex angle. Let V be the vertex angle. V is the vertex angle. The vertex angle is twice, so V equal to 2 multiplied by, twice means 2 multiplied by either base angle. Since both of this base angles are same, we can write V equal to 2 multiplied by B. So one thing is B equal to 2B. Okay. You know that in a triangle, if you sum all the angles, that is B plus B plus B, that is equal to 180 degree. Okay, the sum of the angles in a triangle is 180 degree. So what is, instead of this V, I am going to substitute this 2B. So 2B plus B plus B is 180 degree. So 2B plus B plus B is 4B. 4B equal to 180 degree. This is the equation. Okay. By this we are completing exercise 4.1. From next class we will start with the exercise 4.2. Thank you.